Hi everyone. Just a quick update. For those of you who are ordering on the next batch, um, as some of you may be aware, I only wanted to open the window for ordering for the next batch for a short period of time because obviously it's going to take time to manufacture, etc., and ship, and I don't want to cause too much of a delay by having the window open too long. So I opened it on the 1st of November. I'm closing it, as you can see above me. I'm closing the ordering system midnight, Sunday the 17th of November, however many orders there are, and I'm going to close that. And so you won't be able to create new accounts, and you won't be able to change. You can email me, but you won't be able to. You're too late. Okay. What does this actually mean? So, as it stands at the moment, we've not quite got the amount of cases I thought on this second batch, but it's okay. It's interestingly, I've got half the amount of people. I have about 250 cases that are in the system as far as people who created orders, but only about half have actually paid. So I don't know whether some of the people have obviously created these orders, maybe seen they're a little bit too expensive, which I can understand. And I will say this. A number of people, I appreciate it, obviously, but a number of people are ordering the cases and then a whole lot of extras, and maybe buy more extras than they really need. Just buy what you actually need to make the case, and I can understand why you're doing it, because if I don't make them anymore, etc. It's not a case of I won't make them, it's a case of you may have to wait until I do another batch before you can order bits that you need. So yeah, don't know, because I've had a couple of people commenting that, oh, this is really expensive. It's like costing a fortune. Well, only because you're ordering all the extras. Just if you order a case as standard, it's not cheap. I realise it's not cheap, but these are not cheap to make. So anyway, that's beside the point. So so if you want to order one of these batch, then you've got until the 17th, and I literally will be shutting. It won't be after that. You won't be able to come to me and say, well, can I? No, because I was shutting down the order, and I'll be making them to that amount with a few left over to make in case any problems, which I'll come to in a minute. Actually, interestingly, so if you do want to get one of this batch, then do that now. Because as you know, I made 1,200 sets of plastics, which means I'll still have quite a few plastics left over, which is good. Then I'm probably going to push into the next batch. Will be actually me working on the basis of phase 2 stuff, which is complete systems. So I won't be selling. Well, that's not quite true. I'm going to be. This is why I talk out loud, and then I regret saying this, but I always try to be open. So I'm basically, because I'm looking for all the orders, and it seems to be people, when they come to order the system, they kind of have a set kind of bits that they want, and there's a bit of a pattern here. So I'm going to modify the way you order it, so you won't be able to buy later on packs, etc. Like I want this, and this. You won't be able to do that because I'm changing it now to order. There's going to be a pack. I'll give you an example. An Amiga pack. It's got all the bits you need in it to make an Amiga system, with a couple of extras. So it's kind of got all the bits you really want. Most people want to actually build an Amiga system as an Amiga system, okay? And then there'll be a PC pack to build most of the things you need to build a PC, or, for example, like the Vampire, because the Vampire's going to go in PC case. The Tabor's going to go in. But for example, on both packs, you'll have both of the rear panels. So instead of ordering the rear panel extra, you'll get both. So it doesn't matter which. If you build a PC, you get both rear panels. So it's that kind of thing I'm going to do. Bundle packs, because it basically means that I've got 4 packs: PC black and white, Amiga black and white. Now I know you're going to ask the question of the business with the Zorro board. Obviously, the Amiga ones will come with the little Amiga power supply built in, because that's the thing you really want. You will be able to buy the Zorro version. Not sure whether it'll be a case of an upgrade price or swap. Probably won't be, because I think most people are ordering the little power packs. However, there's a lot of success with the Zorros, the existing Zorro, Even though I know we had a problem with the ACA 500, there's been a lot of success with that. So people are putting. I know Rapid Road seems to work, which I'd heard somewhere that it wasn't working, but I forgot his name. The guy who does the fantastic blogs. Someone smacked me around. Epsilon. Yeah, so he's actually got it running with Vampire and a Rapid Road with a USB. So that's great news. But apparently now it may be something as simple as the guy who did it before hadn't put the jumper on the Zorro 2 connector on the Rapid Road, because this is what Epsilon had to do. So it could just be that. But that apparently does work in the Zorro slot, which is fantastic news. I'm really pleased because it does give you networking and USB. So that's absolutely fantastic news. Doesn't work with the ACA 500 at all. Although that worked okay in his board, but he had the standard ACA 500, not the new plus. I don't want to get bogged down in all that with this one. So, but that's good news. Now, a couple of... I seem to... No, I don't know if it's me that's made a mistake on this bit or what's happened is... Well, let me explain. So, I ran out of the black versions of these. Okay. I was about 15 short. So, certain people are going to be getting emails saying that they're part of their order or their order has been delayed a little bit because of this. So unless you've got a basic case with the black, it's only the black, not the white. You can see I've got this, right? If you've ordered the black PC with the horizontal as standard, okay, there's going to be a delay. You're going to get an email about that. The new parts have been made as we speak. They're probably just going into the paint shop, so there may be a bit of a delay here. I printed off the order. Everything else, all the metal work has been fine as spares because I over-ordered for spares, but it seems to be we've run out of these. Now, I'm not quite sure why, but I feel I may have printed the parts list before people were locked down. Could be that, because I had a similar problem with the little power boards as well. We seem to have run short of about half a dozen of them, so... which is a bit of a pain. So this is really late because I haven't run out yet of them. But the very last ones in the list, there may be about half a dozen people that are affected by this. But we're gonna work on that and either do whatever. We'll sort something out. There will be more coming, but it's just one of those things. And I did over order. But we just those two bits we've run out. I've got loads of Zorro boards. I think what's happened is with the power board, I think a lot of people swapped from the Zorro maybe to the power board before or after I printed the parts list. So I don't know if that's a mistake there when I shut it down. It could well be that. So that's obviously a little bit of a problem, but it's only affecting right at the end of the list, and I'll make it up to you. But apart from that, everything's going well. I did someone picked me up on the email. I did quote on Facebook, I'm never doing this again. I said I'll be up to, I think it was last week, I'll be up to 1375, but then I was just so knackered. I ended up only making about 22 last week. I am struggling a bit with sleep, what with Alfie, and as you know, I'm doing my day job, and then I'm going into the office at 7 p.m, working till 2 a.m. Not every night, but most nights of the week. And like last night, I was going to go and I had to take a day off. I had to take a night off to get some actual sleep. Yes, I slipped, and I said I'll be there. But I've actually the person who's he's sitting in a pile ready to go out this Monday. So. I won't quote them anymore. But I think I'm on target still to get the rest of them out this month. I know I said middle of the month. It is just slipping back a little bit. Just physically making these things because I'm not rushing. I suppose another reason was that in full openness, it's quite interesting because the lids we had. Basically, as I've been going through this, I check all the lids. I know one slipped through. the 2 slip through, sorry. But I've been checking all of the parts, and it's mainly the lids I'm concerned about. But I had to send back to the paint shop about 50 lids to be repainted. But they're back. They came back yesterday because, you know, as I've said to certain people, that there are no rejects. And so they've gone back, and still little things, but they just, you know, a little bit of dirt under the paint. I wasn't happy because the top's the most important part. So yeah, they've come back. So I hadn't run out of them, so that was all good. But yeah, so I'm having fun with that. Yeah, that's just the you know, the fun of doing this. I may maybe do a video on the experience of the Kickstarter at the end. But right, so let's get down to business because I'm waffling again. So ordering shuts down the 17th. If you miss it, tough. Sorry. It's been done like this for a reason. Afterwards, later on, I will. What I'll probably do is because I'm gonna make more than what's been ordered, and later on, once I've shipped all. Now, let me cover this. No next batch orderer is going to get their case before the Kickstarter backers have supplied. And there's going to be like a 2-month gap. So a couple of people have mentioned that. I promised I wouldn't do that, and it's not going to happen. The only people who slip through the net are people, well, not slip through the net's the wrong word, but the only people who've got through is the ones I'm giving away for free to hardware developers. I sent about 4 or 5 of them out on my hardware support program. The idea is, and this is already paying fruits, so that's good. But none of the Kickstarter. All the Kickstarter backers will be supplied long time, way before this next batch. Right, but once this next batch is coming, because on the 17th, I print out a parts list. Yeah, I have to do it this way. I can't stock. Right, I print out a parts list, manufacture what I need for them, and then I'm going to get them ordered. Now, I'm also from after that lot is shipped, then I am going to pre-order some extra packs. Now, this is going to be what I mentioned a minute ago, which is the self-contained packs. So there are literally 4 types. Okay, so Amiga White, Amiga Black, PC White, PC Black, and maybe some spare bits, but I don't know yet. So it's going to, now that means that once I get the next batch all shipped, then I will probably have a select amount of stock. They will be preferred. I will be more than likely, the Amiga one's a different thing entirely, obviously, but the PC ones will be saved for complete builds. So you probably won't be able to order the PC ones. Well, unless you ask him if the I'm thinking out loud here now. That's a bad idea. If the Tabor ships, then I may say, okay, that's fine for the Tabor, but or maybe the Vampire. But so basically, they're going to be for the PC complete builds, and so that I will be offering a system. But there's a few things to be sorted out, licensing, that kind of thing. First of all, but that's going to be my push for phase 2, and then that's really to see what's going to happen and see if there is a demand out there for the phase 2 idea. So I'm waiting on some answers back as far as, you know, licensing, that kind of thing. So, but that's going to be after the second batch. So things are moving well. I'm knackered, as you can probably tell, but it's going well. I'll keep the office open for a while. If you've ordered, I really, really appreciate it. As you're probably aware, if you're a Kickstarter backer, I'm often Kickstarter backers basically can get a lot of Kickstarter backers said, I wish I'd had the other colour, so they've ordered another one in the next batch, and I'm giving the case to only the case at the same price as the old part, because I had to increase the prices. But keeping that price. And for Patreons, there's a discount I'm doing for them. I can't remember what it is now, but it's to help with the shipping. So yeah, get them in. But let me know before you pay, because it's easy. I can apply the discounts. If you've already paid, it's complicated. I've got to do a refund. So, and I'll probably do that later on. But yeah, so there's something there for people who are back to the original Kickstart and those patrons, because the patrons are helping out no end. And one thing I would say is because I'm going to keep the office open, and I know it sounds like a money grab, and I know it does. It's not meant to sound like a money grab, but the patrons are really important, because what they're doing is they're almost paying half the office. At some point, I may have to shut the office down, which means it makes things more difficult. So if there's enough cash there to keep that office open, which needs doubling what I'm taking at the moment. So, for example, if everyone who bought a case donated $1 a month, I could keep the office open. It'd be fantastic. We can have people come in and visit, and you can come in and see what I'm trying to develop. You better visit the place, and because that's the plan. Once I've got the bulk of these in the next batch out, is to actually make it so you can come and visit. But of course, that has to be paid for. So it's all an experiment, and again, as I said, I'm not risking the family's finances on this. But yeah, so Patreon is a fantastic thing for this project. That's it, really. Not much more to say. But remember, 17th midnight, 17th Sunday, there'll be no more. I'll be shutting it down, and you won't be able to order anymore for probably at least 4 or 5 months. Until I've shipped them all. Once I've shipped them all, I'll come back and I'll explain the process. Again, I might want another couple of months, because I'm having 2 months break between the Kickstarter shipped and the next batch is being shipped, to have, because I've got a baby, and a wife who's been ignored a little bit. It's love her to bits, but if you want to send her a bunch of flowers, you're more than welcome. She's really been very patient. And then after that, then it'll be a case of, I'm hoping to have them on the shelf. There won't be a huge number, but I'm hoping to build some people to be able to actually have them on the shelf and be able to order and actually get them within a week. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's the next stage of this, and that's kind of planning towards maybe making this permanent business. We will see about that. But yeah, step on the road, and we'll see how we go. But again, thanks for everything. I mean, I wouldn't be doing this without you buying these products and supporting me. And if you want to, then at some point I will be asking everyone who's bought to go out there and help promote it. So that would be really useful. All right, I'll shut up waffling. And I do get these odd comments. What the bloody hell are you talking about? Could you be more succinct? Could you at least, what, really? I'm sorry. This is just the way I do it, because the stuff comes into my head and I just let it out. Okay, there's no script. This is my day job. I'm supposed to be working on my day job now. So I've taken 10-15 minutes out to do this. When it is pretty much lunchtime, so doing this, and then so that's the way these things come out. All right, I can't think of anything else at the moment. I'm sure there will be, but yeah, don't forget the date. I will be shutting it down. All right, thanks so much, and I'll speak to you soon.